Hey guys, what's up? In this review we're taking a look at the Robot Spirits Gipsy Avenger Side Jaeger. This is of course from Pacific Rim Uprising, and it is from Bandai, and it is technically a robot Damashii. Pacific Rim up top, and then on the bottom Gipsy Avenger, following Gipsy Danger. Again, Side Jaeger. Nice open window, you can see the Jaeger inside, and a nice CG picture of Gipsy as shown. You can see some of the weapons also. I don't know what that is exactly, but I can see the sword right there. Looking at the side of the box, nice picture of the figure. And then we see the numbering of 228 on the bottom here. And then on the back, we see it in a few poses. Get a little bit of side story right there. It says on the bottom here 24 points of articulation, and then a bunch of stuff in Japanese scribble. The last side of the box, basically just the name. There he is. Now if you looked at it, let's open it and take a look at the figure. I just want to make sure you guys are checking your instruction sheets. Always be sure to look at these before swapping or changing out any parts. Pleasantly surprised by this figure. Man, there's a lot of nice little decals on this thing. Really nice colors. I don't even know where to start. Okay, so taking a closer look at the figure, you can see that there is a nice clear plastic in the chest area for the reactor. Actually, there's two reactors. So nice clear red translucent plastic. Excuse me. And there's actually translucent plastic in the lens for, I guess this would be the cockpit. Is that where the cockpit is? Yeah, I remember it being up here in the head. Nice yellow translucent plastic. You can see some serial numbers right there, and I guess that's for the Jaeger Corps or whatever it's called in the movie. Wow, really nice front of the figure, and in the back, not so much paint. You know, I kind of wish it wasn't so naked, but then again, yeah, doesn't matter really in the back. The front is the business end, and yeah, oh well. Let's take another closer look at the figure. Wow, really nice, really nice. I like this kind of gunmetal silver going on. Taking a look at the legs, some more serial numbers, some silver on the front of the legs, I guess. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much that's it. Let's take a look at the accessories real quick. Okay, so making this short and sweet, we only get a few accessories, and I really do mean a few. You get some nice open hands for some posing, and we've seen him using these hands before. And then, of course, you get to the two weapons he only comes with. He comes with, of course, his trademark sword. Is it a him? Gipsy Danger's a girl, right? Yeah, it's a girl's name. Gipsy comes with her trademark sword, and unfortunately you only get it for one arm, the left arm, because the right arm comes with its blaster, and it looks quite a bit different from the original blaster from the first film. It's coming in a nice translucent blue. Kind of looks clearer than translucent blue, and yeah, quite different. As you can tell, there's going to be some part swapping on the forearms. Going back to the sword though, nice coloring on the actual sword, very metallic looking, and it's pretty, I don't know, I feel like it can break pretty easily, so I'm not going to fuss with it too much. But let's hope for the best when we're doing some part swapping and seeing how it looks. So now with that shown, let's go to articulation. Starting with the head, you do have the possibility to do a full 360 rotation, but there's some armor on the back of the neck here that kind of makes that a little bit hard, so yeah, can't really do it. You can push the neck back a little bit, but after that, you either have the option of having him look upright with the neck straight up, or yeah, just leaning in the back a little bit, so no forward movement there. Moving on to the arm. Now, let me note that these parts right here, these fins, they do pop off, and when they're on, you kind of have a hard time doing the full 360 rotation. They get in the way. It's not too bad though, but you do have that option to do the full 360, so there is a good amount of movement there. Moving on to the shoulder armor, these parts kind of come off a little too easily when you're trying to pull off like a full arm raise, so you can only get about that high up before this thing pops off. At the bicep though, you do get a full 360 movement, and you know what, let me show you how the let me show you the joint right there. So you do get like some good up and down movement with the arm. No forward or back movement though, that's really sucky. Connected by a ball joint as shown. You get some nice articulation in the elbow like that, and the hand is, or I'm sorry, the fist is connected by a ball joint also. Moving to the torso, mine's a little bit stiff, but you can pull off some movement there. You can lean back a little bit and then move back forward. You probably could do, yeah, a little bit of a turn. There you go. Not too bad. Now, not to focus on the crotch area, but it is a little weird. Now, it kind of feels like they're trying to pull off some internal framework on this figure. And if you can tell, when you push one leg in, the other one moves the opposite, or that direction as well. And you can see that it's connected and kind of loose at the same time. So this is really just covering this whole joint right here. And yeah, it's just moving around as much as it wants. Oh, my thumb's covering it. See that? Covering it up. But it does look pretty cool. So at the leg, you get a connection of ball joints, just making a lot of articulation. The leg can move and swivel around. And then moving on to the knee, you get some good articulation in there as well. Double bend as shown. The feet are the thing that just kind of really didn't get that much attention on this figure. You can't bend the toes, which would have been nice for posability, but you get a little bit of ankle pivot, and that's about it. So really, you get the basics of what you would get on, let's say, any robot Damashii. Let's say the Exia, for instance, except for that toe articulation. And yeah, not too bad at all. So things are pretty easy in terms of how to put the weapon arms on. You simply pull off the forearm from the joint. Be very careful, obviously. And then you replace, where's the sword one? Oh, there it is. You go ahead and snap it into place. So there's the joint, and there's the hole. It looks like a keyhole, actually. Gotta be careful. There we go. And you know what? Let's put the fist back on. So pop the fist off. And I'm doing all this behind the camera. And there you go. He's got its sword arm. So that's cool, I guess. Let's put the blaster on too. Here's Gipsy Avenger with the blaster arm on. I have to say, this arm was a little bit more difficult to put on than the sword, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling the blaster for some reason. I do love the sword. It is very cool looking. However, I really wish they had two of them, so one for each arm, as well as the blasters. I don't see why, you know, this thing wouldn't come with two blasters for each arm, two swords for each arm, and then of course those blue chainsaw blades. That would have been awesome. Just for comparisons, here we have a robot Damashii Goof. And yeah, Gypsy's obviously quite taller. And then for another comparison, hey, what's wrong with your arm, Iron Man? Let's fix that. We have, leaning off to the side, Iron Man Mark III. And again, Gypsy is very much taller. I don't know why, Iron Man Mark III looks very nice on the camera today. Anyways, let's do one more size comparison, and then we'll go into final thoughts for this figure. Putting Gypsy off to my left. Now we're going to bring into the picture Unicorn Gundam from the G-Frame Series 1. Very disappointed with this little figure, but just for size comparison, let's throw it in there. Yup. Now this is what, 3 3/4? Maybe a little bit taller because it is the unicorn. You know what? I feel like we need one more in there. Let's do... Yeah, obviously the monster. What was it called? Rajin? Anyways, a kaiju. Yeah, I'm a little surprised it's not a little bit bigger compared to the Gipsy Danger figure. In fact, I wish it was a little bit bigger, but yeah, standing next to it, yeah, it's very, very small looking. Yeah, obviously Gipsy might beat the hell out of this thing, but yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Anyways, let's go into final thoughts. This figure is definitely a hit with me. However, I really do wish there were more accessories, such as the weapons. That's the coolest aspect of these Jaegers, is that they have all sorts of crazy little weapons and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, if they just threw in an extra blaster and an extra sword, that would have been so cool. You know, all the posability and stuff like that, you know, you could have done with the figure. However, they do make up for it a little bit, I guess, with the decals or the paint jobs on these things. Just having like the serial numbers and stuff like that on the shoulders and the forearms and on the legs a little bit. Very, very cool. Nice little touch. I do love the coloring of the whole figure in general. It's a very nice kind of metallic, dark kind of shade of blue going on. Very cool indeed. I love the clear plastic of the reactors and of the cockpit there, the lens. And yeah, it's very easy to swap out weapons, hands, and whatnot. No fuss there. The only down part is, yeah, no accessories really to be had with this figure except for, you know, the two weapons and the two hands. And then also this hip articulation, I'm not really feeling it. Wasn't really necessary. It's kind of hard to make this figure stable and stand upright and not have it look weird like it's leaning towards the left or the right a little bit more than it should. But all in all, yeah, very cool figure. I highly recommend it. Go on AmiAmi. You'll pick it up for cheap, and you can also pick up a few other figures from the line as well. So thanks for watching, you guys. And oh yeah, if you guys are looking for this figure just in the States, want to make it easy, go to Toys R Us. I've been seeing them all over the place there. And yeah, good luck, good hunting, all that stuff. Thanks for watching. Hit like, dislike, subscribe, comment, do whatever. See you guys later.